Come and visit Piriapolis in Uruguay. 6 tourist circuits to choose. The first one, tourist circuit number 1. Hotel Argentino, the port, Stella Maris, Cerro San Antonio, and it takes half a day. Francisco Piria, the creator of Piriapolis, was born in Montevideo on August 21, 1847. He was a visionary. He became an orphan of a father when he was a child, for which his mother sent him to Italy, being raised by an uncle who was a Jesuit monk who gave him early knowledge about alchemy. He started young in the business world and quickly dedicated himself to auctions. In 1890, he bought 2,700 hectares of land extending from the hill of Pan de Azúcar to the sea. That same year, he had made a trip to Europe, as a result of which his inspiration for the tourist exploitation of the Uruguayan coast arose. The city began by calling itself Heliopolis, City of the Sun, and then it took the name of Piriapolis. Piriapolis is well known for its esoteric characteristics and the great symbology and energy in its surroundings. In 1910, the construction of the Rambla began, where he let himself be inspired by his trips to Europe, more precisely by the French Riviera, where he took several ideas for the Rambla of Piriapolis. In 1912, the first auction of land in Piriapolis was made, and from then on, the city began to grow with the constructions of numbers of houses and chalets. The port of Piriapolis, that was under construction and that would be completed in 1916, allowing the arrival of ships that brought the first vacationers from Buenos Aires. The Stella Maris, or Virgin of the Fisherman, is a statue facing the sea halfway to the top of the Cerro San Antonio. It is a point of incredible visual and energy. The Cerro San Antonio, also called Cerro del Inglés, is located at an altitude of 130 meters above sea level, and the whole city of Piriapolis and Punta Del Este can also be seen. Piria built at a cost of a huge amount of money for that time, one of the most gigantic hotels of America del Sur, the Hotel Argentina, whose foundation stone was laid in 1920 by the President Baltasar Brum, being inaugurated on December 1930. The Hotel Argentina had 1,200 beds and a level of services and incredible luxuries for that time. The Hotel Argentino is full of sacred and numerological symbols. The number 7, very representative holistically, is everywhere, as for example the main stairs. Also, the columns represents the tree of life of the Kabbalah. From the port to the top of the Cerro San Antonio, you can go on foot, by car, or by chairlift. Tourist circuit number 2, the abandoned church, Castle of Piria, Animal Reserve Pan de Azúcar, and it takes half a day. The unfinished church of Piriapolis is a great mystery. On the one hand, Francisco P. had enough resources to finish the church, but for some reason it was not done. There is also a story related to the Holy Grail. In 1987, the construction of the castle finished its private residence. The castle had an extensive park with fountains and numerous statues. The vegetation was composed of a large variety of exotic ornamental species. The Castle of Piria is fascinating from every point of view, with symbolism and secrets still to be discovered. The style of the architecture is Renaissance. At the foot of the Cerro Pan de Azúcar, there is a reserve that houses a number of native animals from Uruguay. Tourist circuit number 3, routes of beaches, Rambla, San Francisco, Punta Colorada, Punta Negra, and it takes half a day. Piriapolis has an extensive beach with beaches and a wonderful geography, being the best known beaches Solís, Playa Hermosa, Playa Verde, Playa Grande, Punta Fria, San Francisco, Punta Colorada, and Punta Negra. Piriapolis is a very searched place, especially in summer, for its simplicity, ideal beauty for the rest of a wonderful vacation. Tourist circuit number 4, Mystic Rose, Font of a Venus, Cerro del Toro, and it takes half a day. At the foot of Cerro del Indio is a small and charming chapel called Rosa Mística, a beautiful place to connect and meditate. Near the Cerro del Toro is the Fountain of Venus, a replica of the Venus of Mileto, a mystical place used by tourists and initiates where you can do a ritual of unloading negative energies and recharging positive energies. The Fuente de Venus forms, together with the Cerro del Toro and the Castillo de Piria, an energetic triangle that can be measured and felt. Cerro del Toro is an open-air temple. At the feet there are both on the right and on the left tail thrones where there was all kind of cults. The energy at the base is studied by many scientists. After climbing a staircase, there is a statue of a life-size bronze bull that was brought expressly from Paris by Francisco Piria and weighs approximately 3,000 kilograms. From its mouth gushes a natural source of mineral water, for which the hole is known as Fuente del Toro. Tourist circuit number 5, trekking the Cerro Pan de Azúcar, and it takes 1 day. In 1898, an invasion of locusts destroyed all the plantations. On that occasion, he placed as a symbol of faith and hope Christ the Redeemer, located on the hill located between the castle and Cerro del Toro. The climb to the Cerro Pan de Azúcar and Cristo Redentor takes place through the park and reserve of Cerro Pan de Azúcar. Arriving at the top, the geography and the view are magnificent. Climbing approximately through 200 steps, you can reach the top of the cross. Tourist circuit number 6, the Pitamiglio Castle, it takes half a day. Umberto Pitamiglio, born in Montevideo in 1887 and died on September 1966, was an Uruguayan architect, businessman, and politician. Umberto Pitamiglio was a disciple of Francisco Piria, from whom he acquired many esoteric and Kabbalistic knowledge. The Castle Pitamiglio, this castle was built in 1956 and was the summer residence of Umberto Pitamiglio. Other tourist circuits, trekking the Sierra de las Ánimas, and it takes 1 day. Come and visit Uruguay. Come and know Piriapolis or Punta del Este, and I am Andres van Kuyk. You can check on Guru Walk and see other contacts details in the YouTube description. Thank you very much.